Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk Food Network. Tonight is an amazing episode. It is Breakfast Wars. This is one that I've been waiting for all season. Breakfast is one of my favorite meals, and I'm so excited to see what everybody brought, and I can't wait to taste everything. Before we get started, though, we do got to welcome Pam back, our original cast member on the show. She's been off on a sabbatical for a little while, and she is back and ready to rack up some blue ribbons is what she's saying. So we'll see about that. Tonight, you guys, again, it's Breakfast Wars. Before we get started on that, we're going to go to Alicia, our producer and creator. She has an announcement to make, and then we will get started. Before we do that, the order tonight is going to be Chef Pam, Chef Zen, Chef Michael, Chef Master Chef Daddy, Celebrity Chef, all right, Chef Alicia, and Chef Lindsay. Last but not least, she'll say you saved the best for last.
That's right.
Let's go to Alicia. Alicia?
Okay, before I talk about our announcement, you guys are probably all going, what is on Pam's face? And so I am very passionate about that also, just like she is. So Pam, explain to us what is on your face so everyone knows.
Oh, okay. This is No Hate. It's an organization that supports like anti-bullying and also supports like marriage equality and stuff like that. And I'm very passionate about it. I've been following them for as long as they've existed. And today I went to one of their open photo shoots up in Cincinnati, Ohio. And had this put on my face, little duct tape, had a picture taken. It was pretty awesome. So. And the money goes to help support their organizations.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So I just wanted in case no one knew what it was, just to know that you're not. I mean, you are weird, but you're not that weird. Like,
right.
You know. We're all
also
weird.
a shirt too.
Woo! Ooh, there you go.
Oh, maybe a new tattoo, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay. With that said, I just want to say congratulations for going to the photo shoot, and that's a wonderful cause. So some of you may or may not know our season will be ending soon, and we will be having a season 3, and we're really, really excited about it. We're going to have some changes coming up. Chef Daddy will not be one of the chefs, unfortunately, but he's going to have a bigger role. He's going to have a bigger role, and he is going to be leading the judges' table. Yes, the judges' table. So we're going to have the chefs and then the judges' table. So Rob has handpicked 2 other judges along with himself to judge us beautiful people, and yeah, so I'm gonna let him kind of tell you a little bit about the judges side before we get started.
You guys, it's going to be a really exciting year coming up. That starts May 4th and runs through July 20th, so that's going to be absolutely amazing. What we wanted to do was bring a judges table to the show and kind of have it like one of the real cook-off shows, that kind of a thing. So there's going to be 3 judges. We're going to be sharing our viewpoints, our opinions. We're going to be critiquing the dishes, giving feedback to the chefs to take and run with if they want to. Of course, they can tell us their feelings on the dish, so on and so forth. But I picked 2 people. What I wanted to do was get totally different personalities on the way that they would judge and maybe perceive different things. So we're going to have 5 set categories for the show, and we'll go into those on a later episode. But the chefs are going to be trying to earn points in those 5 specific categories. So the chefs that I am bringing on that will be sitting at the judges' table with me is Crazy Running Mom Brooke. If you guys don't know her, check out her channel. She's amazing. She's been on some other shows within the community. She does amazing cooking videos. She's really good at it, and I think she's going to be an amazing addition to the judges' table. Also, Tina Krim, Prairie Princess 1, will be the other judge that will be joining us at the judges' table. Tina eats a paleo diet. She's lost over 200 pounds just doing it by following the paleo diet and in exercising and that kind of a thing. She's done an amazing job, and she, I thought, would be an amazing person. She has more of that soft touch, a little bit softer spoken, maybe than some of the other judges that are going to be on. And everyone can bring an amazing viewpoint and opinion to help judge the show. Also, for the chefs, there will be prize money at the end on episode number 11 and 12. And if you, there you go. And if you come on the show as a guest chef, you do have an opportunity to be put into those drawings. And you can learn more about that a little bit as we wrap up the rest of this season before we start the next one. But I don't want to go into too many details because we don't want to take up too much time because we all have breakfast that we're ready to present to you guys. So, without any further ado, let's get started with today's breakfast wars. And Pam is going to start us out by telling us what she brought. Pam?
Okay. I literally got home like 5 minutes ago, so I was only able to make a smoothie. I was going to make banana pancakes, but we're just going to deal with the smoothie today. So normally for breakfast, I always have a smoothie. And this looks kind of gross, but I promise you it tastes really good. I usually do a little bit of almond milk or water, and I do bananas and spinach, but I also threw in some cherries to make it a little bit sweeter. But this is all I have today, and this is about 400 calories. And yeah, it's pretty tasty and stuff. But I apologize, I don't have more for you, but like I said, I literally just got home like 5 minutes ago.
Well, that's okay, because you know why, sweetie? You said it was going to take you a couple weeks to come with it, but see, the season's ending in 2 weeks, so
Right.
here we go. Right? But I can say this, you know, you gave a run for the blue ribbon. It's not going to happen this week. I'm just kidding. You know I'm kidding, Boo. But it is just amazing to have you back. But real quick, because I do want to ask you a couple questions. I know you said what you put in there, so basically, do you put ice in there or do you not put ice in your smoothie?
It depends. Like if I'm using water, I'll probably put ice in it. But if I'm using almond milk, it's already cold, so I just don't add ice.
Do you have any protein powder in there? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
No, actually I don't use protein powder or anything like that, but just cherries, bananas, spinach, and almond milk.
Do you do you ever use like frozen fruit, or is it just fresh fruit, or what?
Yes. Like the cherries that I have, I generally buy those frozen just because they're cheaper than fresh cherries. The bananas are obviously fresh. The spinach is fresh.
Okay.
I try to get fresh and organic as much as possible, but just depends on what it is.
Well, I think we're just happy to have you back after all this time. So.
Thank you guys so much. Like, I miss you.
We're just happy to have the firecracker back. So that's all I'm saying.
And also, Daddy's lighting is on the Blitz over here, and Michael has volunteered to send his lighting crew over to help because I have a very red look, but I'm really not red. It just has to do with my lighting here at the studio. So Michael is gracious enough to do that, and he said he's also going to send somebody to help me with my hair and makeup.
That's for sure, 'cause you need some help tonight.
Michael, you crazy. I went to try to get my hair cut this weekend, and when I got there, the people that were supposed to be there for security wasn't there, so I couldn't get into the place. It was absolutely ridiculous.
You got to make it a priority, sir.
I'm telling you, right? Does anyone else have a question for Pam as she sits there and gulps that down? No? Okay. So next is going to be Chef Zen. Chef Zen, what did you bring us to eat?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you guys, get ready for this. Hi, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing afternoon, evening. I have prepared the coup de grace breakfast for you guys. And first, I'm just going to start out with the simple one. This is a low-carb variety of the protein pancake, which you know that is like a staple in my diet, topped with...
You got to put it up a little bit.
Oh, the piece de resistance, whipped cream, and fresh fruit. So here we have 2 protein pancakes. I don't want to dump it in my computer. There we go. Is that better? Oh, there you go. Now I can see it in my other monitor. There you go. I got to start acting like TJ here with all the monitors. Okay, there we go. So anyway, this is a low-calorie breakfast. There is no flour or sugar in the pancakes. They're made with protein powder, almond meal, a little almond milk, egg, and a little banana. And I originally got the recipe from Mama Rose, but I have since customized it. I'm adding the almond meal, and I add vanilla, and I also add like a little cinnamon in there. It's for the person who is weight conscious and also wants to enjoy the sweet treat. You can also, instead of whipped cream, use your pancake syrup by Walden Farms, which I've shown on here before, which is calorie-free and sugar-free, and also carb-free. It is free of everything. I'm sure it has a few things in there that are not that healthy, but there's no calories. So that's the first dish for you guys, and that's also served at the Four Seasons in the first section of the restaurant when they have breakfast. They bring that through as one of the selections. Y'all know that I'm the owner of the chain of the Four Seasons, and I'm so pleased to be here. I also happen to cook, so that's why I decided to participate in this wonderful show. So let me just bring one of my next, one of my favorite breakfast dishes ever is Eggs Benedict, and this is made with the real thing. This is 2 poached eggs that
people can see
it. There you go.
There you go.
Turn it around so that you can see. With that is a side of asparagus with some hollandaise, garnish with a little lemon and lemon zest, and some spinach leaves. This, of course, the poached eggs. I actually decided to try an online recipe where you poach them in a muffin tin with water and you bake them. So that was really an amazing tip. It was kind of like a life hack. I figured I'd try it, and it actually worked. So you can make 12 at once if you're going to have company, like for a Christmas breakfast, or you guys just want to spoil each other and that kind of thing. So these are real English muffins, and I know you're probably wondering, will I be eating them? And I will probably eat half of one. This is low-sodium ham, okay, for those of you who are wondering what that meat is in there. That's low-sodium ham, and it is actually a lot less salty. It is kind of expensive, so I figured I just wanted the dish to be authentic. Canadian bacon, I figured, was probably going to be a little too salty, and I probably wouldn't have eaten it, so what's the money, right? The holiday sauce I made a blender, and I can tell you guys a little bit about that. That's made with egg yolks, Dijon mustard, lemon juice. I reduced the amount of butter in it because I didn't want as much fat. Everything, the calories for this, including the asparagus, would be 260 for one of these guys, and it probably has, let's see, 13 protein, 6 carbs because of the muffin. And if you took the muffin out, then you would be pretty much carb-free, guys, just saying. And for the pancakes, this for 2 would be 267 calories, 30 protein, 19.6 carbs. Well, if you count the, the almond meal carbs, there's probably some carbs in there. And no, that's wrong. Sorry, I'll scratch that. But anyway, yeah. So that would be there's carbs in the fruit. So my presentation just blew right there. Okay. I hope you guys will have an amazing time tasting the food, and thank you.
Can you tell me how you did the eggs in the muffin tin?
Yes. Okay, you guys just have a muffin tin, and you do want to load the muffin tin with some kind of like a Crisco or spray, and then you're going to put in like 2 tablespoons of water in each muffin section, right, each tin, and you put your egg in there, just raw, just drop it in, and then you preheat your oven to 325, and you bake them for 8 to 10 minutes. until the outside is firm, the inside is a little jiggly. So that's how you know they're done. And yeah, that's a pretty simple technique.
That's brilliant, just because I've done poached eggs, and you have to, at least the way that I've done them, it's kind of a hard technique, and you gotta, like, you know, throw it in the boiling water, and I like to have, like, the whirlwind going in the water to, like, keep the shape, so that's brilliant.
Vinegar. The vinegar is what.
And vinegar, yep.
Yeah. But I didn't add any vinegar, it was just water, and like I said, you can make a dozen at once, so if you have, like, a brunch, or something special, someone coming over, you can just throw down like that, and bam, have your muffins toasted, and have your ham, Canadian bacon prepped, your asparagus, in the tray steaming, and then get your sauce ready. The sauce is about a 10-minute prep, maybe 15 minutes total. So you whisk that together, the ingredients together, and you heat it, and then as you heat it, it thickens. So this one is a lot lower calorie than a lot of them that I saw on there. I saw Eggs Benedict upward of 1,000 calories. And you know I go.
Then have you tasted it yet or not at all?
I tasted the sauce.
But did you taste like the eggs poached or not yet?
No, I made more and I burnt without sauce.
Oh, okay.
So we have some. Rob, can you see the comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if anyone else has questions for Zen on the panel, hold for just a second. Let's get these done. There's some in there about Pam and stuff, so let me read these. Lori Has Hope says, hi everyone, I'm here in the front row. I love breakfast too, so I'm looking forward to the show tonight. Dennis Benet says, hello to the lovely panel. Sorry I missed you, Rob, at Phoenix this past weekend. Dennis came up, I'm assuming, for Pride, and I did not go to Pride. For one, I think they have it when it's way too hot here. I wish they had it sooner. But I did not go to Pride this weekend, or I would have been down there and possibly would have seen it. Also, Lori Has Hope says, Zen, your pancakes looks delicious. The Eggs Benedict looks yummy, too. I'm getting hungry, laugh out loud. If I was close to where you lived, I would invite myself over for breakfast or for dinner.
Hey, anybody's welcome.
Lori Has Hope also said, are there any grams of protein at all in your smoothie, Pam? I know you answered that, but answer it again in case she didn't hear.
I don't add any protein stuff.
Okay. And she said, welcome back.
But I think she wants to know if, with whatever you put in there, do you know if there's any protein in there?
To be honest, right this moment in my life, I don't know. I don't know if there's protein in almond milk or not.
I think there's only like maybe 1 or 2 grams.
Maybe 1.
Yeah.
If there is, it would be very minimal and probably really not any benefit to the system at that time going in that low amount. I ain't a dietitian, but I'm just letting y'all know.
Generally, I get my protein in my lunch and my dinner. But yeah, so sorry.
Gary T said, hello, friends. Looking forward to the breakfast yummies. Maintaining Michelle is here and said, hi, everyone. I'm here. Gary T said, oh, my God, Zen, that was beautiful. And Shadow Girl 1 said, here, I'm actually cooking dinner while I watch this. Yay, Pam's back. Also excited for Brooke to be a judge. I just adore you all. Fun. So,
thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else have questions for Zen? Or Zen, do you have anything else that you want to add when you can get off your cell phone?
Just get requests from Instagram. My phone is blowing up, so they were dying to see a picture close up of the Eggs Benedict. So,
anything else then that you want to add in, or does any of the other chefs have questions?
No, I
don't think so.
Okay. Fair enough. Michael, Chef Michael, you're next. What did you bring us? Daddy is hungry.
Okay, here we go. Let's get started. I brought 2 dishes. I make a protein pancake. This is just a single pancake, and I put peanut butter on top. It's a regular pancake mix, and I add a scoop of my vanilla protein powder to it. And it just adds a little hint of vanilla to it. And then I don't use any syrup. I always just use peanut butter on my pancakes. So that's the first dish. You know, it's just a simple pancake with some peanut butter on it. And that is only 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. So
That looks good.
now, the main dish right here, I am so looking forward to it. It is a stuffed bell pepper with scrambled eggs, cheese. Let me just hold it up like this. It's a stuffed bell pepper with scrambled eggs, topped with cheese. There's sausage and bacon in there. I'm going to cut it open for y'all so y'all can see it.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
Daddy's mouth is. He's like.
I'm drooling over here.
There we go, right here. Look at that. Oh, don't that look yummy?
Oh my goodness.
That looks so good.
This here, I mean, you fry up your sausage and your bacon. I mean, this is something that y'all can do the day before, and put it in the fridge. All I do is it's stuffed with 2 eggs, and when I'm scrambling the eggs, I throw the sausage and the bacon into it, scramble it all up together. When the eggs are almost done, I stuff it into the half of a bell pepper, put it in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, so the bell pepper's still crisp, but it's partially cooked, and then topped with cheese until it's melted, and it is just absolutely to die for. This will be on the menu in my restaurant that's opening in the fall, so let me go ahead and it's simple. I mean, it took me literally less than 20 minutes to cook this breakfast, you know.
I never would have thought of that, and it looks so good.
Yeah,
I'm stealing this idea.
it looks really, really good.
Let me ask you this, Michael, because Daddy loves him some bell pepper, but there's 2 things. A, I don't like bell pepper cooked. And B, I love bell pepper, but it makes me belchy, so I try to avoid it. So if you were going to take that exact same recipe that you made and put those ingredients and insert them into something else, whatever it might be, what do you think you would choose? If you have to think about it, you can, but I'm just curious what else could
you could stuff that into a hollowed out tomato.
That's true.
Or a yellow pepper, Rob, or orange.
Yeah.
Or a portobello mushroom, maybe, like a cap.
Do you cook the pepper?
The pepper is only cooked in the oven for about 15 minutes, so it is technically still raw.
Okay.
So it still has that very firm crunch to it.
Oh, I might be able to do it then if I did it with an orange, a red, a yellow, or a purple.
But yeah, but this would also be good if you hollowed out a big old beefy tomato and then cook it in that too. That would be really good.
Now, what if I hollowed out a big old bagel?
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Whatever works for you, Rob.
Right.
Whatever works.
For my pancake, for one pancake, because it does have the peanut butter on it and it is just a regular basic pancake mix with the protein powder, it does have it is 157 calories with 14 carbs and 7 grams of protein, which is not that bad because I'm not really watching my carbs at this time. I have had to increase my carbs for the working out that I have been doing. And then for the bell pepper, because it is 2 eggs in there with the sausage and the bacon, it is 401 calories because it has the cheese on it too, 29 carbs, and 27 protein.
Wow.
So for the whole breakfast, if I could have eaten the whole breakfast, it is 558 calories, 43 carbs, and 34 protein, which is not bad for someone who is doing some lifting like I am. So because I need the extra carbs for the gym time.
Awesome.
Yum.
Yeah, there you go.
So that looks so good, and you know me, I need easy, and Michael, that looks really easy.
I mean, it was simple. It was super easy. I actually threw this together tonight off the top of my head, and I was like, let's wing it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So you came up with that? You didn't even look that recipe up?
I did not look it up. I looked up a recipe, but it had nothing to do with eggs. Amy, Weight Loss Queen, on Facebook posted about a stuffed bell pepper with breakfast crumble in it, and I was like, wonder what that is. And the breakfast crumble is just like a sausage with rice and all that, according to the recipe I saw. So I was like, no, I really want some eggs. So I was like, let's just try some eggs and a bell pepper, because I love fresh onions and bell pepper when I scramble my eggs. I was like, let's just use it as a boat and see how it turns out, and it is phenomenal.
I think it's brilliant. I'm gonna make that.
Well, it looks like Lorraine, who is Xena VSG Warrior Princess, said, "Oh my God, I want Michael's sweet pepper in my mouth now."
Here we
go.
Hey, darling, I will see you tomorrow. They are flying
Michael
into
will
Houston on the way
actually
back to Atlanta.
see her and Christy tomorrow at the airport, so.
So I might be able to put my pepper in your mouth.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
also, Michael, Lori Has Hope said that stuffed pepper looks awesome. I want a bite. Maintaining Michelle said that she is going to veganize Michael's dish. It looks amazing. Yum. And I'm going to tell everybody here right now, Michelle told me, she said, you guys are lucky I ain't there tonight, because if I was, I would be taking the blue ribbon. That's what she emailed me. That's what she emailed me. She's trying to fight.
Yeah.
Pink Fairy said, bell pepper, yum. I will be making that for sure. Winner. And then I think I got them all. Alicia, if I missed any, you can go ahead.
I think we're all. Lori Has Hope said, Michael, that stuffed pepper looks awesome. I want a bite. And Lorraine said, Michael, did you pour the scrambled egg mixture in the pepper or already cooked the egg into the pepper? And
it's already cooked. It's almost all the way scrambled before I put it in there, and I just stick it in the oven for about 15 minutes. And I'll tell you, this has been setting out for a little bit, so it's kind of cold, and it's pretty good even cold. I can only imagine what it would be like hot. It is. I mean, it's.
Yeah. Well, and then Lorraine said those carbs are probably less, Michael, due to the fiber in the pepper.
Exactly.
And then Lori Has Hope said that stuffed breakfast pepper would also be good in a hollowed out biscuit. So there you go.
That's my girl right there. So I'm gonna come and get a biscuit.
Right.
Well, you know, I'm pretty
forgot.
famous for my biscuits too.
I know, right? And then Maintaining Michelle said, Rob, you could probably boil a red pepper first, then stuff and bake.
That's true.
Yeah. So you got some options.
I got some options. Okay, does anyone else have any questions for Michael before we go ahead and go on to the blue ribbon dish tonight?
Whatever.
The blue. Oh, well, hold on. I'll reshow the blue ribbon dish right here. The stuffed bell pepper.
It does look crazy with that cheese on top. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm.
Eggs, Benedict.
Yeah.
Brown smoothie.
Okay.
I forgot. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, then.
I was just going to say, I forgot to tell y'all how crazy I am. I actually hollowed out the center of the English muffin.
Yeah, a little bit crazy. Okay. So, you guys, I wanted to do something. I love breakfast. I really wanted something that I thought was different. Now, this breakfast that I'm going to show you is usually made around the holidays, probably more around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, but you could really make it at any time. This is my version of a French toast. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this. This French toast is actually crusted. So this French toast, I'm going to tell you guys how to make the batter. I'm going to tell you what the best kind of bread to buy is. And I'm also going to, this one here has ham on top of it. So I didn't put any sweet sauces or anything on these because everybody likes things different. And for me, I generally don't like my main meal to be sweet. I like my main meal to be more of a hearty meal, that kind of a thing. So you could, though, let me get that up there close so you guys can see that, okay? So what you do is when you go to the store, if you go to the bakery, you can get one step ahead. If you go and ask them to buy a stale loaf of bread or buy the day-old bread, that actually works better because you really should make French toast with a stale bread or bread that is going stale. Not rock hard, but you do want some firmness to it. Because when you put it into the batter, a lot of times when it's not stale at all, it will get very flimsy, and you will notice that the middle of your French toast will come out very, very thin. So the best thing to do is take your eggs, put it into a bowl. You can use water to mix in there, or you can use milk. I prefer to use milk. I think it makes it a little bit more fluffy. You could probably use a non-sweetened silk or soy milk would be fine. And then you want to take and put whatever you want to add to it into the batter, so to say, as far as your spices and things like that. If you want to do some nutmeg, you could put nutmeg in there. You could put some cinnamon in there. You could basically put anything you wanted to flavor the batter. Then I think you'll be better off if you do thick cuts of toast on the stale loaf. So you can buy the loaf not already cut, and then you can cut it to your liking, depending on if you like if you like it thick or if you like it more thin. I like this French toast thick like this. I think that's the way that it comes out because this is more honestly of a gourmet French toast. So what you do with it is you take it and you put it into the batter and you put it on both sides. While you've made up the batter and you've cut the bread and you're getting it ready, you take regular corn flakes and you put them into a zippy bag and you crush them. Now you don't want to pulverize them. You want to leave so that there's some pieces on there, and then you take and set the battered bread inside of that dish and coat both sides of it with the corn flakes, okay? So the important thing also is to preheat your skillet. Don't do a high heat. You will burn the corn flakes every time. You have to do a medium, like a low-medium heat, and it will take longer, but it will come out absolutely amazing, you guys. And then you can take and you could put preserves on it if you want to. You could put regular syrup. You could put powdered sugar. You could actually, one of the things that would be absolutely amazing with this, with the cornflakes on top of here would be if you warmed up some peanut butter and drizzled it over the top of it. You could put some cream on it if you wanted to, whatever you wanted to. Now, I like a hearty meal. So for me, I took and I wanted to put some meat on this one, so I used some honey ham on there, and I diced that up. It was left over from Easter. So that goes onto the bread, and then the secret is you usually make them one at a time unless you have a big griddle or a big pan, and don't be impatient. Don't flip it too soon. You want to give it time to cook through each side. It's a big piece of bread. Then what you do when you have the one with the ham, because you got to remember the ham isn't really going to stick to the egg as much, you take the pan, you hold it upside down, okay? You put the French toast on and you flip it over like that, and you let it cook probably for about 4 to 5 minutes on that low heat, and it will cook that ham right into the cornflakes and the bread. So, you guys, this is going to be absolutely amazing. There it is with the ham on it. You could also use sausage crumbled if you want to. You could do bacon. And then there's that. I will put some butter on this probably and just eat it like that. I'm not a huge fan of syrup and powdered sugar and that kind of a thing, but I know a lot of people are, and I know a lot of kids would like it that way also. So that's the French toast, you guys. And it is absolutely amazing. I ain't even going to lie.
Is that one of the specials at Robsey's right now?
You know what? This is not on the menu. This is not on the menu at Robsey's at the moment. This is something that we probably would not serve every day at my restaurant at Caesar's Palace in Vegas, as everybody knows. This would be something that would be seasonal, meaning more geared towards the holidays or like that kind of a special event when people come in. It takes a while to make. It's not something that's quick as regular French toast. It takes a lot of time. The other thing is you guys got to remember, there's only one Robsy. It's at the Caesar's Palace in Vegas, and our motto is,
Here we go.
our motto is, we don't come to you, you come to us. So joining us at Caesar's Palace in Vegas, it's absolutely amazing, you guys. I'm looking forward to Michael's grand opening. I'm going to be at his restaurant for the grand opening. I just want everybody to know, and that's all I have. So if anyone has any questions, I'll answer them, and if not, we can move on.
Yeah, I have a question. How thick do you prefer your bread when you're making your French toast?
About a half an inch. So if you take, if you look at an inch and then you take about a half an inch, I think that's about a good width for a piece of French toast. I
like the standard thickness of some Texas toast.
Yeah, like if you had a Texas toast, that's how you would want to cut it. Yep. And if you go to the grocery store, like I said, go back. They sometimes have cut loaves that are uncut, and that's what I did. And you can just ask them for it. And if they're already scaled, sometimes they'll just cut them for you because they can adjust the width on the cutters to have you cut it for what you want. So just ask them. And usually if they have a day old or a stale loaf, so to say, I mean, they're not going to sell you something that's rock hard. You'll usually get it at less of a price also. And if you ask them to cut it, they'll usually do it for you. I know when I worked in the grocery business, we did do that for people when they would ask. We would cut the loaves.
Yeah.
I have a question. Rob, what did you say that you mixed up in the batter?
In my batter, because I don't like it sweet, what I added in mine was I added some, I bought a small thing of 2% milk, just a little thing because I'm not a big milk drinker. I added 3 eggs, and that's what I put in my batter. Some people will go as far as when my mom makes it, she'll buy fresh nutmeg, and she'll use it over a grater, and she'll put that in there. She'll do a fresh cinnamon stick in there. It's absolutely amazing. The secret is to add your spices to the batter so that it cooks into that bread. It's absolutely amazing. That way you can always have cinnamon and sugar and the spices on top of it, but it really is a different taste, you guys, when you cook it into the bread.
Yeah, it is.
Really is a different taste.
Okay, it looks good. It's really good.
It looks delicious.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I know, Paula, there's so much butter in it, but I absolutely love it. Definitely a blue ribbon. Okay, honey. Sorry,
The more butter, the better, right?
Actually, there's only a little bit of butter on this because I put a little bit on the top because, like I said, I don't use powdered sugar. I don't like syrup, things like that. I like more of a buttery, hearty taste to it. So I did add some butter to the top of it.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's no butter in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so after I swallowed, which I just did, Miss beautiful Alicia, Chef Alicia, go ahead.
Okay. Well, so here's mine right here. I have a omelet right here. And in my omelet, it has some breakfast sausage, which is a, it's a apple maple chicken sausage. It's from the Alfresco brand, and I found some breakfast sausages. So there's actually a half of, because this is actually, I made it with 2 eggs, and then when I realized that was way too huge. So this is half an omelet, and I gave Chris the other half, but it has mushrooms in it. It has some peppers, some onions, a little bit of cheese, a Mexican blend cheese, and then on top it has some queso fresco. So yeah.
Yum.
But yeah, so this is really good, and those sausages I love because it was like literally 60 calories for one sausage. They're so yummy, and I just, yeah, it's my favorite. So that's the omelet. And then this morning I actually made some muffins, and this is a banana chocolate chip muffin.
Yum.
I had a couple of bananas that were left over, and so this is what the inside looks like.
That looks delicious.
And it's dark chocolate. I use dark chocolate chips. I actually, if you guys are familiar with sparkpeople.com, I don't know if some of you are or not, but I actually got the recipe from there. So it's a lighter recipe. I used Splenda instead of sugar. Can't tell a difference. I used applesauce instead of butter. Can't tell a difference. So yeah, it's so yummy, and I was able to use my because unless my bananas are like green, I won't eat them. So I was able to use the bananas that I had left over, and then yeah, and then right here I just have a little bit of green tomatillo sauce because that's my favorite salsa. So that's what I have right here. There we go. There's my breakfast.
It looks delicious because you have like the hearty eggs, and then you can even, I mean, it's not a dessert, but it's like you have your spicy, your hearty, and then you have a little sweet, so it's nice.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really like, this is literally the inside of the omelet. So there's, like, I use tons of mushrooms. Like, I'm a mushroom freak.
Do you have any idea the stats on the muffins by chance? I'm a huge fan of Spark, so I could always go look it up, but I just wanted to know.
I think, I'm not really sure. I didn't really, I think it ended up being like around 150 calories or so. No, I took out the butter. I put applesauce instead. I used Splenda instead of sugar. I decided to use dark chocolate chips, and I probably went a little crazy with the chocolate chips, but it's okay because I love these.
What was the prep time on that? Did it take a while to make those?
It took 20 minutes in the oven, but like it was really simple to mix, and I can always leave the recipe down in the description when we're done with the show, but it was super easy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Real quick, we'll come back to Alicia with any questions, but we do have some questions. Zena, Warrior Princess, said, Rob, I wonder how that would be if you use coconut chips instead of corn flakes. Less carbs, maybe. It definitely would be less carbs, and it would probably actually be really good.
That's a great idea.
She also said that I was late to the party. I love me some eggs Benny. She also said, Michael, did you pour the scrambled egg mixture into the pepper or already cooked eggs into the pepper? And I know you answered that, but go ahead and answer it for her in case she missed it.
It was partially scrambled. It wasn't fully scrambled. I had started the process, and then right before it was done, I put it into the pepper and then finished it in the oven.
Okay, and I believe that I got all of them. If I didn't, you might end up seeing them, but we'll see. But for now, we got those. So as far as Alicia's dish goes, so does anyone have any questions for her?
Oh, and I forgot. You gotta have a cocktail with your breakfast. So.
Vodka and water.
I got my cocktail here. I don't care.
I got my coffee.
I got my coffee too.
And what's in your guys' coffee? Okay. Like what? Huh?
No, my coffee is an adult coffee. It has a little bit of baby in it.
I have an adult coffee too.
And one other thing I do want to say is when I was reading the recipe, and a lot of people gave reviews on it, and these do freeze very well. So, so me myself, I will have to freeze them, or else they'll be gone tonight.
It looks really good.
That looks, I mean,
I
really
know
does.
that one, Alicia. Definitely. They looked really good.
You know.
Yeah,
What was that salsa called that you have?
Well, this is a tomatillo. I forget the name of it. I'll get the name and I'll give it to you. But it's just a green salsa, and I love it. I love I love tomatillos. They're just so good. I don't know. I love putting them in all kinds of stuff. You can find them at the store, and they're actually like green and like they almost look like in a weird wrapper kind of thing.
You got wrapper.
Yeah.
I make an amazing tomatillo salsa.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But they're so good. I'll give you the name after Lindsay.
Awesome, thank you.
All right.
There you go.
So if we have no other questions for Alicia, we'll go to Chef Lindsay.
Poor me, I'm starving, and
Sorry.
where I live, it is almost 10 o'clock at night. So that is my love for you, is that I'm having my breakfast at almost 10 o'clock at night, just so you know. So I stepped up my game a little bit tonight, and I made 2 things. And the reason I did that, because the one meal that I'll show last is more for me and my husband. He already ate, but I didn't eat. And then for my son, I have a 3-year-old, and he loves pancakes. So, Pam, I dedicate this to you because I made banana pancakes, and they turned out awesome. I don't know if you guys...
Oh,
Can I put a fresh strawberry on top? That's right. So my son likes normal pancakes, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to trick him. Homie had no idea. He tore it up. So I think, and it's so simple. I took 2 eggs, 2 bananas, and some cinnamon. That's it. So all you do is mash everything together. You could get so creative with this. You could maybe add some vanilla to give it some flavor. You could maybe do banana and PB2 if you're a protein freak like myself. Fresh fruit, preserves. There's so many different things that you could do with that. And it's kid friendly. And I think at least if you're a parent, it can be really hard to give your kids something good and healthy. So there's an option for you. And the stats on that, banana pancake. So if I just had one, which is like 3 to 4 ounces, and we're looking at 85 calories, 2 grams of fat, 4 protein, and 13 carbs. So I think those are good stats. Just, after having weight loss surgery, I probably couldn't eat more than one anyway, so I think that's perfect. And if you wanted to do maybe like some sugar-free syrup on top, you could also do that. And then, so me and my husband had like a more adult meal, I guess. I don't know. But this is what I made. So this is some crunchy organic wheat bread there, and then it has an avocado smash on the next layer, and then you have crispy prosciutto, and then you have a poached egg on top. So again, you have your wheat toast, your avocado mash, your prosciutto, and then your poached egg with just some salt and pepper. So right there, like with the fresh avocado mash, it's cilantro, lime, avocado, salt and pepper, and it has caramelized onions in there as well. So you have like all the salt, you have the zest of the lime, and then you have your egg on top. So it's pretty awesome. So I'm excited to try that. And for the servings, I won't eat the bread. I included it, but I won't do it. I'm not ready yet. But the calories for one serving that I just showed you is 318 calories, 9 carbs, 20 grams of fat, and 13 protein. So it's a pretty good meal, but it's got lots of layers.
That is
absolutely amazing looking. That looks delicious.
Oh, egg yolk everywhere. But yeah, so and it was something new that I've tried. So like all those combinations are like insane together.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Your mouth looks like it's watering.
What's that?
So, Lindsay,
Your mouth looks like it's watering.
was your snacks with or without the bread?
Without.
Okay.
No bread. One day I'll get there. I'm just not ready.
So when you said you made the
no
pancake, how all did you make the pancakes?
The easiest way to remember how to do the pancake, the banana pancakes, is for every banana, use an egg. And then I threw in about a teaspoon of cinnamon, but I did 2 eggs, 2 bananas, the cinnamon, and that was it. You literally just mash it, or if you want to use a hand mixer, you can do that, and it literally comes out like a pancake batter.
Really? I've seen people do that, and I'm always like, how can that?
Right, and that's what I thought. That was the first time, but it was just like a pancake batter.
Yeah.
And my son, like I said, can be picky. He had no clue. He tore it up.
I have made those several times in the past, and you can add the chocolate PB2 to it. Oh my God! My goodness! It's really good with that.
And my son, actually, he's like you, Michael. He likes the peanut butter. Like, I'll do peanut butter and like preserves on his, and so does my husband. So that's a good idea. Like, you can do the PB2 and then just put even some preserves or jelly on top, and it's
and it's like a PBJ pancake.
Yeah, totally.
Well, Lindsay, Lorraine says Christy turned me on to Gene Pro. I wonder where she got that idea for the Gene Pro. I'm just saying, Michael. Anyway, it's a protein powder. It's called Gene Pro, and it really is. It has no. What is it, Michael? It has no taste, no.
It is. The Gene Pro is absolutely completely flavorless. In 1 tablespoon of the Gene Pro protein powder, I think there's like 30 grams of protein, and it mixes wonderfully with anything, hot or cold.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, she said that sounds really awesome. She also said that she said, Alicia, oh my God, you had me at chocolate. So
whatever, Daddy. Mine is so good.
I know, right?
Here, let's switch. Just pass them through the screen.
Right?
So
Yeah. There you go.
This is how good mine was.
Well, and she also said that dark chocolate are good MUFAs, monounsaturated fat. So
I was like, what's that? I went right to another bad thought.
Of course you did.
Right, of course. Michael is rubbing off on you. That's why.
Brand new Christy said she finally made it. Sorry, she had fell asleep. Warrior said, Alicia, oh my God, you had me at chocolate chica. And Katie Michelle wanted to know what exactly was in the blue ribbon batter. The blue ribbon batter is eggs.
She did not say that.
Milk, and whatever spices and seasonings to flavor them the way you want. So that is what is in the blue ribbon batter. Okay.
I got the blue ribbon right here, guys. The bell pepper got the blue ribbon.
Hey, that says Youth Expo. What you got for?
Yeah, Youth Expo.
Can't have no biases out there.
Harris County Youth Expo just tonight, and it's done gave me the ribbon.
Know. I think I don't know who won. This is a hard one because we all did really excellent. So
I can't even focus because mine's so good. I can't even focus right now.
Let us know down below who the winner is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. you know.
Rob, get off your
chocolate
Hello?
chip.
Yes.
Oh, Michael,
So, just put Alicia. You know I won.
You know,
so.
Michael, right here.
right here.
No.
Number 2.
No.
So, but you guys, breakfast, in all honesty, breakfast is a great meal. It's something that you can have. I don't know a lot of people that eat it for lunch, but you can have it for breakfast, and I think it's absolutely fun to have breakfast. You can have breakfast, obviously, in the morning. That's when people usually eat it. I don't know a lot of people that eat it for lunch, but I know a lot of people that have breakfast night where they cook like a breakfast meal for dinner. And I remember when we were growing up, my mom would do that every so often, and it was absolutely amazing. So breakfast is usually a meal, in my opinion, that you can cook, and you can make it a little bit more healthier than what you could say another meal, because a lot of times you don't have all the sauces and all that kinds of things. Sometimes you do, but a lot of times you don't. So I think breakfast is a meal that you can always make really, really healthy. I think it's an important meal to eat, and I'm really glad that we did this show, you guys, because I think it shows that it doesn't just have to be about eggs and 2 eggs and 2 pieces of bacon and a piece of toast on a plate. I mean, there's a lot.
Or a bowl of Frankenberry.
Yeah, or a bowl of Frankenberry.
You know.
What's wrong with Frankenberry?
I'm just saying we can do more than a bowl of Frankenberry. Oh, and the results, Maintaining Michelle says everyone wins because they're all amazing. So
bless her heart.
Rob's like, but I still won. Look, I bet you if Rob makes a video tomorrow, he will claim that blue ribbon.
But you know what?
Rob, be honest, right?
Rob would claim it if he didn't bring it.
I won't be making a video tomorrow, you guys, because I'm getting on a plane at 6 a.m. and I'm headed to Mississippi, and I'm going to be going to Louisiana. I'm going to be doing a Deep South food tour, and I'm going to be doing it with my really good friend Carol, Carol MS55. She's going to be going on a road tour with me as I'm showing the dishes that I'm making and just helping encourage people and educating them to get out and cook. So it's going to be an amazing.
Well, maybe you and Carol could do a video together. That would be awesome.
Maybe. I gotta see. So I'm gonna be really, really busy, but I'm gonna try, you guys, and a couple autograph sessions and things. But I don't really want to get into all that. You guys will see. So amazing show. What does everybody want to say as we close to the viewers tonight on this amazing Breakfast War show? Let's just go down the line. Let's start with Chef Lindsay.
Yay! I would say get creative and fuel your body with good stuff. You deserve it, so eat well and just get creative. Don't be scared.
Awesome. Chef Mike?
Yeah, just like what Lindsay said, just get creative. I mean, take a chance. You know, I took a chance tonight with putting the egg in the bell pepper, and it won the blue ribbon, and it was good. So, I mean, just and it's healthy and everything, so might as well just take a chance and live on the edge.
I guess Pam didn't have anything to say. I'll say for Pam, don't hate and just drink a shake every day. That's what Pam had to say. Okay, Alicia, what about you?
Well, you know, I just want to say it just, you know, it goes to show, like, we all made different things and, you know, modified with however our, you know, our diet or our eating styles are, and, you know, you can make it fun, and and really it doesn't have to take a really long time, you know. You can make it, you can try out different things, and as we saw here, I mean, you know, you can use a few ingredients or you can use a bunch of ingredients. So I think it's all about just really learning how to get out there and try different things, you know, just try. And if it doesn't work out, hey, you know, try again. So.
If Pam comes back on, we will ask her to say her real thought. Zen, what about you?
I'll say, well, you guys vote the way that it is. Vote the way your heart goes. You know, where your taste buds take you. And And you know, I hope that you all enjoy what I have to bring to the show. And if you have any questions for me, of course, at any time, stop by the Four Seasons or just phone my office. I'll be happy to talk to you guys. And yeah, Rob is, I guess him and Carol are going to be teaching the people of the South how to cook. Is that what you're going to be doing down there? Like teaching them how to eat healthier?
So just teaching them some recipes and different things. So
Look at Michael.
no matter what you, no matter
Not
what,
you, Michael.
no matter what you make, you can always tweak it to be healthy. So you just gotta do what you know, you gotta cook and eat the way you want to eat.
Yeah.
So you guys, what I would say is just remember that breakfast isn't important no matter what you eat. If you decide to go with the shake, there's nothing wrong with that. If you decide to go with a little bit more of a meal, that's just as fine too. And remember that whatever any of us make on here, you can always tweak it to whatever your liking is. If you want to take something out so there's not as much carbs or as much sodium, or you want more protein, whatever you decide to do, just make it your own. And that's what it's really about. You're the one eating it, and you should like it, and you should enjoy it. No matter how many calories it has or how many it doesn't have, it's your life. You do what you want to do, and just enjoy the food that you make. And the more you enjoy the food that you make, the more you'll find yourself cooking. So that's what I had to say. I was hoping we would get Pam on, but it seems like she's having a difficulty there. So we will let you guys know that next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our Hawaiian Luau tropical-inspired food. And Tina, Prairie Princess 1 is going to be on with us as our guest chef, and she will be joining the panel, like we said, next season as a judge here on the show. So that's going to be absolutely fun. And then next week, we're going to have Michael, Alicia, Tina, Pam, myself, and Zen. Lindsay's off next week. So she'll be watching, though, I'm sure, at one time or another. So you guys, without further delay, let's say goodnight, and we'll see you guys next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bye.
Bye.
Blue